One day, a boy named Ryota suddenly appeared in a strange world. He was dropped by a slime after a girl defeated it. She looked at Ryota, puzzled, wondering if he was some kind of strange meat. Thinking she should cut him up, Ryota woke up and asked her to stop, startling the girl. She wondered if he was a human. Ryota thought it should be obvious and asked why he came out of a slime. The girl explained that everything in her world comes from monster drops in dungeons. To show Ryota, she defeated another slime and bean sprouts popped out. She said slimes on the first level of the Tallulah dungeon always drop bean sprouts. Ryota asked if this was how food was made here, and the girl confirmed it. She also explained that stronger monsters on higher levels drop different items, but she wasn't strong enough to go there yet. Ryota was confused and asked if they were in Japan, but the girl didn't know what Japan was. She kept defeating slimes, and Ryota wondered why she didn't fight other monsters. The girl said slimes were the only monsters on the first level, and she needed to level up more to go higher. She then showed Ryota her status board, which displayed her strength, health, and drop stats. It reminded Ryota of a video game. Curious about his own stats, Ryota checked and found his level was stuck at 1, and his abilities were very low. The girl was surprised by his S-rank drop stat, which was a very rare and high rank, even though his other stats were poor. Ryota asked for a weapon, and the girl lent him a heavy hammer, but he couldn't lift it. She then gave him a bamboo spear, which was lighter. Armed with the spear, Ryota fought a slime. After some struggle, he defeated it, and it dropped a lot of bean sprouts, more than the girl had ever seen. Ryota's stomach growled, so the girl cooked a meal with the bean sprouts. As he ate, Ryota felt the warm food was like a good snack for beer. The girl said she couldn't afford liquor and offered him some soup instead. Ryota felt emotional because he hadn't eaten warm food in a long time. He remembered his old life, where he worked late every night, eating cold convenience store food and often falling ill. The girl hugged him, saying that hard work would eventually be rewarded, even if it took time. This comforted Ryota, and he decided to find a place to stay. The girl told him there was a town outside the dungeon where he could get a room. She dreamed of having her own apartment someday, but had to stay in the dungeon for now because she didn't earn much from her drops. She gave Ryota the bamboo spear to keep. In town, Ryota sold the bean sprouts for 200 pilos, the local money, but found out he needed 2,000 pilos for a night's stay. He returned to the dungeon, fought more slimes, and after 3 days, managed to rent a small house. He brought the girl, Emily, to the house and gave her the key as a thank you for her kindness. Emily was amazed and asked Ryota to stay with her, which he agreed to. At the guild, Ryota exchanged more bean sprouts for money and heard about a new dungeon called Nihonium. Curious, he decided to explore it. Inside, he encountered a strong skeleton. After a tough battle, he defeated it, and the skeleton dropped a seed that increased Ryota's health points, HP. Excited by this discovery, Ryota continued defeating skeletons, finding that only he could pick up the seeds they dropped, which kept increasing his HP. Emily was impressed by how Ryota got stronger without leveling up. Ryota figured Nihonium was special for people with S-rank drop stats like him. Once his HP reached the highest rank, S, Ryota decided to try the second level of Tallulah. There, he fought a sleepy slime and collected a big carrot. Some adventurers laughed at his low level, but Ryota ignored them. A bunny girl who didn't like people with low levels sneaked up on him, but later knocked on his door, confessing she loved him. In the end, Ryota had a clean, warm home, thanks to Emily, and felt happy to have someone waiting for him. Ryota was curious about the bunny girl. She used her chop move on another person and hurt them a lot. She wondered how Ryota stayed okay after she attacked him, even though he was only level 1. Ryota thought maybe it was because he had very strong health. The bunny girl showed Ryota a carrot he lost in the dungeon. She picked it up and wanted more like it. She saw that Ryota had more carrots at his house. Emily, Ryota's friend, asked the bunny girl to eat with them. Emily made a yummy dinner with carrots. She made noodles and soup with carrot pieces. The bunny girl thought the food was very tasty and said Emily's cooking was amazing. After dinner, the bunny girl left, and Emily asked her to come again. Ryota felt happy because he used to eat alone before he met Emily. Later, Ryota was on the second floor of a dungeon called Nihonium. He saw a zombie and had to fight it. His spear broke, so he used his hands, which he didn't like. He beat the zombie, and it dropped a seed that made Ryota a little stronger. The bunny girl came back and asked about the seed. Ryota kept his special drops a secret. The bunny girl wanted more carrots and told Ryota they should go to Tello to get some. Ryota said to wait at a place called Swallow's Gratitude. Ryota took the carrots to the Swallow's Gratitude and saw the bunny girl again. He gave her a carrot, and she ate it. People were surprised that Ryota had carrots she liked. Urza, another adventurer, offered to buy the carrots for a lot of money because the bunny girl, Eve, liked them. Eve is famous and strong and loves good carrots. Urza paid Ryota 15,000 pilos. Ryota was happy and promised more carrots tomorrow. When Eve tried to hit him, he stopped her and promised to get home early to Emily. Later, Ryota and Emily talked about their good day in Tulo. Ryota saw some adventurers having trouble with a slime monster. Their leader pushed them hard, reminding Ryota of a tough boss he once had. Emily came with lunch, and Eve joined them. They enjoyed the meal. The leader came back and told the adventurers not to be lazy in dungeons. He said hard work makes good drops, but everyone liked Ryota's carrots even without hard work. The leader left with his group, seeing Eve was too strong. Ryota thanked Eve, and she asked for more carrots. Ryota and Emily sold more carrots to Urza at the Swallow's Gratitude. Urza said they should get a magic cart to carry more. Ryota and Emily went to a shop to buy one. The cart was very expensive, so they decided to save money for it. Suddenly, a loud noise scared everyone. A big gorilla monster, called a stray, was attacking. Emily said these monsters don't drop anything, so people avoid them. Ryota saw the shopkeeper and his daughter running. Urza was in danger, so Ryota saved her. Eve and others came to help. Ryota and Emily fought the monster, and Ryota beat it with a strong hit. People thanked Ryota, making him feel proud. He and Emily found that the gorilla dropped something special. After Ryota beat a big gorilla monster, he found a strange gun that had dropped. He was curious because gorillas shouldn't have guns in his world. Ryota's powers got stronger from special seeds in a place called Nihonium. He used his new gun on the second level of Nihonium to fight monsters. It worked well, but Ryota worried about running out of bullets and decided to save them. Ryota helped his friend Emily fight some sleepy slimes. After the fight, they had lunch. Emily thought Ryota's gun was really cool. Ryota told her his strength was now rank B. They talked about exploring the next level of a place called Tulu. Emily noticed that Eve wasn't with them today. Emily said they would save some carrots for her. Ryota liked the lunch Emily made and felt happy. They went to level 3 of Tulu. Emily had never been there. She said the monsters, called cockroach slimes, dropped pumpkins. Ryota thought they looked like cockroaches and might scare girls. Emily smashed the cockroach slimes with her hammer. Ryota used his gun carefully to beat them. The pumpkins were big, but they couldn't carry them all. Just then, Eve showed up for carrots, and Ryota felt relieved. They took the pumpkins outside to sell them. Ryota noticed some were ruined, maybe by animals. Emily got angry when they found cockroach slimes inside the pumpkins. Ryota used his gun to get rid of them, but ran out of bullets. Then he used his slippers to squash the rest. Emily apologized for getting so mad. Ryota said it wasn't her fault. Their friend Urza explained that monsters could appear as strays if they leave items behind in empty places. Ryota tried to take seeds from Nihonium outside, but they vanished when he touched them. He hoped something interesting would happen, but it didn't work. Later, Ryota met Emily to hunt for more supplies. He accidentally threw a monster outside and wondered if it would turn into a stray, but it vanished. Urza explained that monsters disappear if they leave the dungeon or go to a different floor. Ryota tried another idea. He threw a monster out of the dungeon and beat it before it disappeared. It dropped freezing bullets. Ryota used them on sleepy slimes, and Emily smashed them with her hammer. They made a great team. This is the end of the video. Subscribe to the Anime Sphere Recaps channel for more anime recaps.